One of your roles in sales is to persuade the customer down your way of thinking by using reason and other tools. In this video, we'll have a look at basic sales techniques and basic reasoning with objection handling, taking you through questioning skills and ultimately showing you that a lot of times the customer doesn't know what they want until you show it to them. You will all be familiar with the different types of salespeople using their appropriate skill sets to sell different products. You will also know about matching these to the skill sets of the customer. For instance, you may have a multi-billion revenue account, but if they just want a point solution and can't be convinced otherwise, giving this account to your most experienced, expensive enterprise sales guy may not be the best choice. Let's have a look at Jordan and his colleagues as entry-level salespeople from the Wolf on Wall Street movie.
Go on. Let me show this fucking pen.
That's my boy right there.
This pen.
Fucking sell anything.
Why don't you do me a favor? Write your name down on that napkin for me.
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
The case of supply and demand takes no account of several other factors that are involved, including competition. So let's move on and see in a very basic way how Jordan and his colleagues use questioning, reasoning and objection handling to advance their cause.
The only real objection that they have is that they don't trust you guys. And why should they trust you? I mean, look at you, you're a bunch of fucking sleazy salesmen, right? So, what do you say?
You mean to tell me that if I put you in at Union Carbide at a 7 and took you out at 32?
You wouldn't be saying to me right now, Chester, pick me up a few thousand shares of Disney on the spot right now. Come on.
I mean, honestly, can't you introduce myself to you? My name is Alden Kupferberg. I'm Senior Vice President at Stratton Oakmont.
And I plan on being one of the
top brokers of my firm next year.
Again, let's move up the scale a little and consider solution selling techniques, where the experienced salesperson is using questioning techniques to elicit information from the prospective customer in order that they fully understand the overall context of the requirement and the company and their competitive position. These techniques are nothing new, and let's see the real Jordan Belfort explaining this to Piers Morgan.
Sell me the pen.
Like here's what I'm going to meet you halfway with this, and I'll give a little sales training here about the trap of selling a pen. So when you tell someone to sell a pen like this, there's no context to sell you a pen because I don't know anything about you. I don't know what type of pens you use and whatnot. So when you do this to a salesperson, they'll say some really wacky stuff. So the best thing to say is I would say to you, Pierce, how long have you been in the market for a pen?
I wanted a pen for 3 months.
So you've been looking for a pen for 3 months now?
Yes.
Really? And what type of pens do you typically use when you use a pen?
I like a nice, easy-to-use ballpoint pen or something.
Okay, so now just so you know what I'm doing, so I want to teach a little bit here, is that the idea is that when you sell someone something is you need to be asking questions first to qualify, to find out what someone's needs are, what they like. The big mistake of salesmen, pen, this is the best pen in the world, Pierce, it writes upside down, so obviously it defies gravity, it's cheap. So if you do that, you sound like a moron, basically.
But are you going to give me truthful responses to
here's the answer. If you would have said to me, I don't really use a pen. I said, oh, really? Will you be in the market for a pen in all the next few weeks or so? You'd say, no. I said, have a nice day. I'm going to go find someone who wants a pen. I don't want to sell someone a pen that doesn't need a pen. So the first thing you do is ask questions. How often do you use a pen? What type of pen do you... So that's the way to really do this correctly. Otherwise, you're basically just jamming a pen down someone's throat.
I'm sure you all noticed how Jordan questioned Piers, waited for his answer, and then confirms his understanding. However, what Jordan is missing, and so many other salespeople miss, is the next stage experience. Good salespeople understand a number of other factors. On the slide you can see trends. What external trends are affecting my customer's business? What are the implications of those trends for my customer? How can my client capitalize on these implications and reduce their risks? How can we make a valued contribution to my client's business? These salespeople understand the customer's industry. They know what systems their customers' competitors use, whether they are good or bad customers. they understand not only the benefits their products bring, but those that their competitors bring. This enables them to target effectively and use these skill sets where they will be most appreciated by bringing value to new customers. So, in the context of Jordan and Piers, some basic research would have told Jordan that Piers is a high-profile entertainer, married to Celia Walden. His suits, accessories and watch are expensive. He may have multiple homes in California, New York and London, and therefore probably he would not be happy with a $1 pen. Therefore the question should be more around confirming the lifestyle and the need to have a pen that reflects that. Maybe the fact that many of the people he respects use your brand. And so the ultimate suggestion would be that he has a Mont Blanc at $2,000 a pop, and that he buys a set so that Celia can have one too. Now, he may have been thinking of buying a cross pen, but by good reasoning you will have convinced him that the Mont Blanc is the pen for him. The point here is that you should have done enough research to understand the problems your customer faces, the benefits and the value your product can bring, as it has brought to customers that the company knows, so that you know the answers to the basic questions you're going to ask, and you are then able to speak at a higher level than your competitors. So in conclusion, Steve Jobs was absolutely right. A lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them. If you know your customer, and you know your products, and you know the value your company brings, only then will you be able to show your customer something that they want, without them even knowing it existed. Go ahead, delight your customer.